Hey, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. As everybody starts rolling in, very excited to see everybody today. Thank you for joining. My name is Kevin. I'm going to be your host here for today. We have several different things as we kind of go through just the standard operatings. This is going to be recording, and we're going to be sending this out afterwards. So if you have to leave for any reason, or if you have other people that you think are going to be really excited about this, you will get the recording for it. So just bear with us as the recording gets processed afterwards, and we're going to be emailing that out to everybody who registered on that. If you don't get that or have some problems with it, please let us know. Again, anything from an outreach perspective, feel free to reach out to us at marketing@tapclicks.com. We've got a bunch of people on that alias, and they'll be happy to get back to you and get the information that you need all set and ready. A couple other housekeeping things as we get started here today. The functionality of this, just like anything else, there is a chat section in the upper side. Please feel free to throw anything in there. If you have a thought or a comment about what we're talking about, if you have something that you would like me or anybody on the panel to respond to, use the QA section there. We'll store those questions and then we'll feed those into the panelists as we have time for them, or as we have time at the end with QA for them to ask those questions of. I'll try to do it in stream. It just kind of depends on the nature of the conversation and the nature of the question, but that'll be a great place for you to go as well. So chat, if you just have something to comment on, if you want to give me a thumbs up or something like that, that's great in the chat. If you have a solid question that you would like a response to from the panelists, use the QA section there. We have a lot of people joining in here today, and we will get kicked off in just a second. Just to make sure everybody is awake and ready to go this morning, let's jump into the chat. We're going to do a little bit of a warm up here, a little bit of an icebreaker for you guys. I promise we're not going to ask you anything embarrassing. But from our panelists, we have our panelists from Florida and from Denver and from Texas and from California, all over the place today. Go ahead and throw in the chat where you're calling in from today so we can get an idea of where everybody is. And that would be a great way to get everybody warmed up and ready to go. Got somebody from Denver, another Denverite, somebody from Buffalo, Houston, DC. Love it. All over the place. Montreal. Okay, Montreal, is it still winter up there or is it starting to be summertime? I heard it was really cold in Canada recently. It's sunny, all right. Super sunny. That's what we love in Montreal, is when it gets sunny. When it's like 40 degrees below in Montreal, I don't envy you guys. Seattle's in the house. Florida's here. Madison. Love it, you guys. I am definitely ready for summer. It cannot get here soon enough. Toronto's here. Fantastic. So what we're talking about today, as a quick introduction, we've got new AI agents that we've rolled out into the TapClicks platform. Everybody knows about GPT and how to use that, and we're all learning more about GPT every single day. But really, we've taken the power of a lot of large language models and rolled it into TapClicks so that you can see more about how we are leveraging this super intelligent brain to give you better insights across the board. And one thing that we've got on the screen here is that success doesn't come from having more information. It's having the right information at the right time that really helps you pinpoint those narratives that are going to be most successful for you and help you really get to that next level. And the integration of that within our platform really allows all of this to happen simultaneously. So here's a quick poll that we wanted to throw out to you guys. Now that your fingers are all set and ready, where are you now in your little AI journey personally? There's 5 answers here. Are you excited and learning? Are you stressed out, a bit fearful, thinking they're coming for your job, overwhelmed, or maybe my favorite, I'll be back. Are you the Terminator and Skynet has taken over everything? So feel free, jump in there, pick what you want. Let us know what you think. Where are you on your little AI journey? We're all with you together. So there's no wrong answer here. Just trying to get a feel for everybody on where they are in this whole lineage of AI as it's changing so frenetically. It seems like every day something new is coming out on that. Yes, excited and learning. I'll be honest with you guys. I spent part of my Memorial Day weekend learning about new agents in AI, how to build them, and how to create better prompts there. So I was back at school, kind of taking prompting classes over the weekend. All right, there we go. Excited and learning. Love that. 80%. That is where we are. That is where we should be. So that is where we are today. I'm going to start this off with Angshuman, who is our manager, our product manager for this product. We're going to hear a little bit about our new products from him, and then we'll introduce the panelists to you guys. So Angshuman, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Hi, everyone. I am Angshuman Rudra, Director of Product at TapClicks. I manage the data and analytics products within TapClicks. I'm going to walk through the AI agents that we have in the platform. I'm going to start with introducing the 5 agents that we launched. The first one is Executive Insights. It provides insights for executives within your team, within your client's team. We have Campaign Narrative Agent, which talks about what and the why of the data, right, behind the data. We have Budget Insights, which talks about the budget and the goals of your team, of your clients, and then how you track and pace against it. We have the Trends and Forecast Agent, which talks about the future, right? Like it talks about what's coming, how can you adjust your marketing efforts based on that forecast insights. And finally, we have the Top and Bottom agent, which talks about what's working, what's not. Again, how can you adjust your existing efforts to cater to what it's working or not. Before I jump into the agents itself, I want to give a quick introduction to TapClicks as a platform. So we are a marketing operations platform with a data layer at its core. We pull in data across different channels, from CRM, from different databases, and we build a harmonized layer on top of that data. And then we have an intelligence layer on top of it. And then the AI agents actually work on top of it to provide you more insights. It provides you ways to do better transformation on top of that data to give to make your job and your workflow easier and faster. Any AI agent requires 3 core things, right? It has to have the right data, it has to have the right context, and of course, the model itself, the AI or the LLM model itself, right? And TapClicks AI agents focuses on all those 3 pieces, right? Like it's not just this simple AI call that we make, but the whole strategy is built on top of this robust data strategy, right? So we pull in the data, as I said before, we build that layer with that data set that helps us give you deeper insights. The context, again, is super important, right? Like let's say your user is logged into the platform, they're looking at a specific dashboard, they have a specific use case, and you put in the right filters on that dashboard, and then you hit the AI agent. All of these operations, the user who has logged in, the filter that you have put in, the date range filter that you have, all of that is captured. Not only that, we capture other contextual information, other metadata of that user, of the client, of the businesses, things like the industry benchmark, location, and all of that adds to that context, which really helps with the reasoning and the agentic powers of our AI agents, right? So we are passing in the right data, we're passing in the right context, and then the AI agents can then give us the right insights, the right output, which is dynamic based on the context, based on who asked, what is the use case, right? So just wanted to make sure that the AI agents, they are just not just simple AI call that you can go and into ChatGPT and get the response, but it has all these, the data and the context layered into on top of the data of the AI agents. One other thing I wanted to emphasize is these AI agents are built for different user types. So let's say you're a beginner, you are new to data and AI and prompt engineering. What you need to do to work with the AI agents is as simple as click of a button, right? You click on a button, you get the insights that you need and that you can incorporate in your day-to-day. But It also is useful for an advanced user who, let's say you're playing around with ChatGPT for the last 2 years, or maybe you're already an expert with data. What you can do is keep reprompting and refining the prompt, right? Like you can add more data sets to your dashboard that will give you deeper insights, right? So the AI agents can help these advanced users as well because of our flexibility with our dashboards, with the flexibility of our agents. We also have the agents can also work with the intermediate users, right? So let's say you're a manager, you are managing different teams with different skill sets. You can actually standardize the output for your agents for these different user types on different teams as well. In the same vein, the agents are useful for a small team versus a large organization, right? Like, let's say you're a small business, a mid-sized brand, a one-person marketing team, or solopreneur, right? Like, the biggest challenge that these users have is time and resource constraint, right? And what these AI agents can do is super fast gives you the right insight for you to make decisions to run your business, to run your marketing efforts, right? So super helpful for these small businesses. But TapClicks also helps with larger organizations, right? We have scale built on top of the platform from day one. So let's say you're managing a team of 50 people or 20 teams across different geographies and spread across different departments, and you need to build in data governance and standardization across different teams, and you want the right output for the right user type. As an example, a sales team may not want to spend a lot of time doing analysis, and for them it's like, just give us quick insights. I don't want to go deep into those insights, just some talking points when I'm going for a client call, as opposed to an ad ops team that's really focusing on how can I do a better job, how can I be more efficient, right? So we have those differentiators with our agents, and we have built in that organization structure. You can map that organization's policies with TapClicks' entities. I wanted to emphasize one last piece. Our AI agents not only makes the job of our users and your teams faster, right? Like, that's the obvious one. I want to, I've heard this from many users, is that this analysis would take me 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but with your AI agents, it's taking me seconds, right? So that one is obvious. But what we are doing is, what we are allowing with these AI agents is making your team better as well, right? I've heard this from many users, is that the analysis that we got, the insights that we got, we would have never thought of myself, or my team would have never done that themselves, right? So because we have that additional context and the data, plus the model itself has those special reasoning powers, which is not always obvious to us, because as we're doing our day-to-day stuff, right? So it's important to make sure that these AI agents are not only just doing our job faster, but it's doing our job better and helping us enhance our skill sets as well. The last piece is, again, with the context, it's not only making our job better and faster, but smarter, right? Like, this some piece of context. Let's say 2 years ago, there was this spike in your campaign for a certain client, and our AI agents can actually pull in these nuggets of information and give insight that caters to that nugget, right? So something that we could never have done by ourselves. No human could have done that by themselves. With that, I wanted to jump into my demo. I want to show how easy it is to utilize them. Let me share my screen. So as you can see, here is a dashboard with a lot of data, lots of visualization. I'm going to look at executive insights. So all you have to do is click on the sparkle, click on one of the agents there. That's it, right? Now what's happening is we pulled in the data from that section, and we have sent it to our LLM model. It's looking at it, reasoning around the data that we have, the context that was sent, and this is the output that you get, right? So uh, it provides the brand name, it provides an executive summary, it gives you the key wins, right? So standout campaign engagement, it talks about what has really worked well, which is really important for an executive within your company or for your client's company, right? For as an example, Amazon sellers channel growth. It's like a key insight, a key win that you would want to highlight, that that executive would want to see. There are areas for improvement, organic channel leverage, right? So organic website traffic and event engagement through GA4 and SEMrush, right? Like this is a key thing. And typically you would want to use the executive insights in an overview section. You can use it per channel as well, right? So you can create these different sections, and each section could have data for a specific product that you're selling or a specific channel that you want to focus on. But I have seen a lot of people leverage this also for this, where you bring in data across channels within this one section, because then you're the value that you provide to your executives from that dashboard, from that section is more. You have like these forward-looking recommendations. Some of the executives I have talked to have loved these. Is like, what should I do next, right? Like, what are the recommendations I need to work on? And now what you can do is you can copy paste this content and send it over as an email, put it wherever. Or what you can do is you can just click here and then say add to executive summary, right? So as soon as you click on add to executive summary, what happens is this data gets added as an executive summary. Let me just quickly do one thing. One thing that you have to do is make sure that the executive summary for this dashboard is enabled. So if you see here, there's a feature called enable executive summary on this dashboard. You have to enable it. Remember that the executive summary feature is a scale feature. So the same dashboard, the same section can work across different clients, different stakeholders, different filters of date range. So let's say you want to have a different executive summary for the last month, and then you want a new one for the previous month, right? You can do that. You can save all of them in this same dashboard. So you don't have to duplicate the same dashboard for these different date ranges. You put the date filter, you send it through an AI agent to get the insight for that date range, and then you assign that summary to that section for that date range filter. So as you can see, I just enabled it here, and then add new summary. You can add a new summary. You can edit this as whatever you want, right? You can edit it here, make some changes. You can, and that's it. You can download it. You can send it over through a scheduled report. It gets embedded in your existing workflow. That's the whole point here, right? I'm going to show the other AI agents as well. Let me quickly show you. So that was executive insights. Let's look into trends and forecasts, right? So this is another popular one. What it does is it looks at the data that is there. You can pull in historical data. And what that does is it gives the LLM a bigger date range, a bigger data set to come up with better trends analysis, right? So it does some historical performance analysis, right? It looks at certain metrics, certain trends, and then it gives you like short-term performance forecasts, right? So conversions by orders, spend and ROI, engagement, those are the three key KPIs or three key metrics that this agent looked at and wanted to provide forecasts for. It gives you some risk. It gives you some optimization ideas. Again, you can add it to an executive summary. You can copy and paste it and put it wherever. And then it also provides the summary of stakeholders. If you want, you can just choose to put that piece here, right? Okay, so you can edit it, right from here, and then keep whatever you want. You can put a reprompt it. This is great, but I want to have a larger time frame for the forecasts, right? And so what happens is, like, when you press enter, it will not just give these short-term forecasts, but it's also going to try and guess and give you a little bit more longer range, a bigger time horizon in terms of the forecast that it gives. So as you can see, longer term performance forecast, right? So you can play around with it. I've seen a lot of customers who are pretty good with prompt engineering and maybe like really good with what they want from that data, like the insights that they're really looking for or their stakeholders are looking for, and they actually add those color, add those additional context in the prompt here to get better responses from the AI agents. You can also say this client has had some has seen some budgetary constraints, have faced some budgetary constraints, provide forecasts based on that, right? So you can add as many color as you want. You can say the client is from this ABC industry, and they are impacted by they're impacted by the new tariffs, right? So you can add more color to your prompts. You can provide additional context to the prompts, and then you can play around with all these different prompts and get the responses that you want. And then again, it gets embedded in the workflow that you are currently in, right? Like in the dashboard, thinking through this, your analyst hat, or your client communication hat, and the agents will work based on the hat that you're wearing at that point, right? At the context that you are in right now. All right, I will stop here. While I am doing this demo, I will quickly show you another cool, exciting thing that we have brought in recently. These are called our operator agents. So the first one that we have brought in is called a calculations agent, or a data transformation agent. And what it does is, if you come to the calculations, a lot of you already know this, under data, under transform, you can come to calculations. You can also come from transformation hub. You can come into calculations. You can see the sparkle on the right? So when you click on this, you have a calculations agent. And what it does is it helps you build certain data transformation from here in natural language. So I will just quickly show you one thing. CTR, percent, Google Ads, campaigns. You click on the calculation agent, create a CTR metric, and you submit, right? Natural language, you type in what you need, and that's it. It came up automatically, right? Like clicks by impressions times 100. You don't have to think through how does Google Ads call these metrics, right? Or what is the formula? It can do more complex stuff. It can help you with naming convention, normalization. It can help you with ROS. It can help you with roll-ups that you need for reporting, a bunch of things. And the future is we will create more and more of these operator agents. And the idea will be your workflow will get simplified. It will be easier to use. All you come in, you type in what you need to do, and then the platform will understand and make sure and reason and make sure it calls the right operator agents to get your work done. With that, I'm going to go back to Kevin, and we will have an interesting panel for you.
Thanks so much, Angshuman. That was really, really interesting to hear you go through and talk about all that stuff. I think the quick insights versus the deep dive analysis that you talked about is helpful for so many different people across the board. I think the other comment that you made about time and resource constraints, that's not just SMBs, right? Everybody is dealing with that today. Everybody is looking at tighter budgets and more responsibility about how they spend things and how their hiring looks. and bringing that all forward, and having better answers to questions that people are coming up with is really what everybody is looking for. So with that, love to introduce our panel as they are coming on stage here. You will see them drop down here below me. We have Tracy McCoy. Tracy is the president of Get Fish Slapped. Don't say that 3 times fast. You may get in trouble. But she comes to us from Florida. Thanks so much, Tracy, for joining us. Can you give us a quick shout about Get Fish Slapped?
Sure. Hi. Thank you so much, Kevin. And I'm so excited to be here. Get Fish Lab's a full service marketing agency that partners with businesses from small startups to established brands to help them build standout identities. We provide creative strategy and targeted advertising that help businesses make a big impact and make a splash in their market.
All right. So all that splashing around fish, just
Yeah.
make sure you wear your raincoat. Adam Woods is joining us. Adam is the CEO of Choozle. Adam, thanks for coming back. This is a repeat visitor on our webinar series. Love to have Adam back. Adam, give the audience a quick update on Choozle.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Yeah, we're so Choozle is a mid-market ad tech platform. So we deliver self-service and managed service capabilities for ambitious brands to be able to do media activation through programmatic search and social.
Absolutely. Last on our panel is Kevin Warren as the Director of Digital from Cumulus. He comes to us from Texas. Thanks so much for joining us today, Kevin. Can you give us a quick high level on Cumulus?
Sure, absolutely. And thanks, Kevin. I'm glad to be here. Yeah, Cumulus Media is our parent company. Most people kind of know who they are. We own a bunch of radio stations across the United States, but we actually also own a digital agency called Cumulus Digital. We run about 5,000 campaigns across the United States each month. And we've been using TapClicks as part of that as well too. So again, excited to be here.
Fantastic. Rounding out our panel today is the man of the hour, Angshuman Rudra, who you just heard of, but he is the product manager for our new AI rollout. So he is on the panel as well, and we'll be sharing some more information a little bit later and giving you guys a sneak peek at what's coming out next. But to jump right into it, you guys have seen and firsthand panels, our agents that are in the TapClicks platform want to get your ideas on what's one of the favorites that you have, right? We have the executive summary agents, we have the top and bottom performing ones, we have budget analysis. What are some that you're using, and kind of what are some of the highlights there? We'll start with Tracy. Tracy, what do you think about them?
A couple of my favorites. I really enjoy the executive insights just to get a quick snapshot on how campaigns are performing. We manage lots of different clients at different levels. So if I want to take a peek in on how things are performing, that gives me a quick snapshot even prior to sending them to clients. And looking at trends and forecast insights are really insightful and helpful as well. I really love how quick we can get the information and how accurate it is, and how we're able to, it's right there and it's incorporated in the dashboards. It's been saving our team quite a bit of time. So we're really enjoying being able to utilize the features and also quickly learn from them as well. So it's not that it's just saving us time, like you guys had mentioned earlier on. It's making us more effective and efficient. And that's huge for us. So those
Yeah,
are some of my favorites right now.
fantastic. Kevin, from your perspective, what are some of the agents that are working best for you?
Sure. Definitely trends and forecast insights. I mean, we utilize that daily. Gives us a lot of good information. Obviously, quickly to get that information. The other one for me specifically is budget insights.
Mm,
Part of what I do in my role, I have to report up both on the revenue and the expense side, and this gives me really quick insights into being able to put together, really a spot on forecast for corporate when they're asking me for money. So I really appreciate that report.
that's great. Adam, what are you seeing from your side? What are the agents that are working best for you?
Yeah, I think the one that I find most interesting is the top and bottom performance analysis.
Mm,
I think it just in terms of potential for what we can do with it. We at any given time are running many thousands of campaigns, and in a lot of cases, people are running this self-service through the platform, and so being able to kind of look through that and look for places where they may have misconfigured something. Or the one that I find really interesting is when it flags that an audience may not actually be engaging, and you're getting like a low engagement rate on a campaign. So being able to see those kind of things across like a very large number of advertisers and campaigns, I think is a really fascinating capability.
Yeah, and it's no longer just enough to deliver the campaign in full, right? You guys have to provide those insights to say, hey, here's the A/B testing you should do, here's the optimizations you should do, and push those to the self-serve users to get a better experience out of the platform. I love that. What are our next kind of area we're going to discuss is trying to figure out what are some of the unique challenges of the industries. You guys are all in slightly different things, but how are the different challenges being met by some of the AI agents here? So we'll stick with Adam because you're right here. With programmatic and those kind of things, what are some of the challenges you see in the evolution of um, campaign management and performance, and how are we leveraging this to help you get better about that?
Yeah, I think that the challenge is always, how do you stay incredibly efficient and be competitive in the market that we're in. The thing I love about advertising is it moves so quickly, but it also means that you've always kind of got to be on the very top of your game. And so I think the thing that we've seen is AI has been able to kind of infuse better capabilities across everything we do. I mean, all the way from research to creative development to optimization to recommendations. I mean, it just every single activity that we do has got an ability to use AI agents to be better. And so that's really where our focus is at. Is it's not really replacing anything that we've done, but it's always augmenting our people and trying to help them do what they do and do it better and more efficiently.
That's great. Kevin, you don't normally associate AI revolution with radio, but you guys are leveraging it.
Mm-hmm.
What's kind of unique to Cumulus and how you're approaching the marketplace, and how are you kind of leveraging the AI agents to help you guys scale and grow?
For us, I think it's speed and efficiency. Being able to put the information and data in the hands of what I keep calling my lever pullers, people that are hands-on keyboards with my campaigns, and giving them the data that they need to be more proactive as opposed to reactive, which is huge for us. And again, to your point, not being the cliche, traditional media industry company. I mean, there's a bunch of companies that are out there that do exactly what we do, but we're using the AI agents to be able to help us to be more adaptable and flexible and quicker to make those changes as opposed to some of our competitors. And it really gives us great insights into our campaigns and again, what types of optimizations that we need to be performing day to day.
Yeah, and historically, I would guess, I know a little bit about your business, but it'd take multiple people, data scientists, et cetera, to dig through all that data to give you those recommendations, to surface those insights for you guys because of the volume that's pouring through your platform. And now you have this super agent that can start doing some of that for you and surfacing that much more quickly, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Talking about client retention and kind of delighting the clients a little bit, Tracy, as we move on to you, you're dealing with individual proprietors, you're dealing with companies and brands, et cetera. What are some of the challenges you're facing as a little bit more of an SMB, and how are you leveraging the AI in your space?
I think for us, it's always about us being able to provide timely and proactive feedback to clients and being able to effectively manage our time. And I know that's been said a lot, but with these AI agents and being able to get the information quicker and more efficiently and more streamlined, it gives our teams the ability to provide faster analysis to our clients and gives us the opportunity to leverage all of the tools that AI has available for us. We're utilizing an AI in so many other aspects of our business, and then being able to pull it into TapClicks directly and provide those quick insights for us to be able to then share with our clients. I think it's great. And it definitely helps from a client retention perspective because it helps us provide quicker and more efficient service to our clients and helps us get reporting out faster and answer questions. And also with like the trends and forecasts and being able to look into insights, we can run those reports and it's very fast from an analysis perspective. Let's just take out key insights our team can make optimizations and changes and verify information a lot faster than it takes to go in and dig into the accounts and everything else. So it's freeing up time to be more proactive and more efficient with how we manage campaigns. And I think in the long term, that certainly helps with client retention.
Yeah, it's all about delighting the customers, and the better insights you can give makes you look like a superhero and really creates that stickiness with your clients that you're looking for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. And I think the other thing is it's not just about getting information out faster, but it's about getting information out faster, smarter, right? So you're not just pushing reports, you're pushing reports with
Correct.
insights. Like, what do these numbers actually mean to me as a customer, right? What's most important to me? And it seems like you're being able to get those really key nuggets into their hands more quickly.
Absolutely. And just make actionable changes quicker, as we're going through and making optimizations throughout the month. It gives us an ability to run those AI agents to give us suggestions and everything else. So it gives us more to work with throughout the campaigns as well.
So you mentioned something interesting is that you use it just kind of on your own just to get a feel for what's going on. And then you also use it as you're preparing to meet with your customers. So you're actually using it to make yourself smarter in your day to day, as well as making yourself more efficient and effective in meeting with your clients. Is that true?
Yes, exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you, Kevin.
Perfect.
Definitely. Well, and I think that's a great way to use it, especially, depending on your business type and what you're trying to look for, just as you're looking for information, you're able to go in there and get some quick insights to go and dig a little bit deeper. And it definitely helps you see things faster than, digging through the reports and everything else and coming up with those insights, by searching through the reporting and through the accounts versus a quick snapshot.
Yeah, for sure. So sticking with Tracy, the next question that we're going to go through is really about workflows as we talk about time management and getting things done faster and more seamlessly. How has some of these new agentic workflows changed how you guys are looking at your processes? How is it kind of helping you to modify and adjust your workflows in your day-to-day life? Are you able to streamline those? Are you able to consolidate those? Are you seeing new opportunities within your workflows, like to add something new to create new customer engagement? Anything along those lines that you're seeing from a workflow perspective?
Sure, absolutely, Kevin. So looking at it, we're still working through how we can continue to add different things to our workflow with all of the insights that are available to us through the AI agents. One thing that it's immediately helped us with is our end of month reporting and being able to generate quicker executive summaries with better insights and make smarter decisions. So that's really improved our overall workflow as far as our, month end reporting goes and saved us a substantial amount of time that we can now put back into optimizations and other things that our team can work on. So that's been the biggest thing for us initially is the time management piece of pulling together reporting for our account managers. And then as we're looking at this more and more, looking at other ways that we can utilize some of these insights for our team to be able to help them be proactive and understand insights quicker. Like I was talking about earlier with just being able to pull up a client and take a look if we want to do a quick mid-month summary to somebody, or there's something happening in a campaign and we see maybe a trend that might not be going the right way, then we're able to look in and dig in a little bit deeper utilizing the AI agents to help us pull those snapshots out faster and send those summaries over.
Great. Kevin, are there any new workflows that the AI stream has kind of unlocked for you, or new things that you're kind of seeing with the new workflows you can do?
Yeah, I mean, by incorporating this into our current workflow, I mean, it's allowed us to do a couple of things. It's given us more time to be able to get good executive summaries back out to our clients, which was important to us. I mean, I had, a couple of people in these roles that were taxed with doing that, and it was just cumbersome to get everything that we needed back to our clients on time. And we were getting some complaints from clients, to be fair, saying, geez, it's been a week, and since the end of the month, can I get my campaign report back? So this has given us that ability to get them out more quickly and have better conversations with our clients. I think Tracy touched on it a little bit, but have good conversations with their clients about what's happening within their campaign, being a little bit more proactive as opposed to reactive. The other thing that it's allowed me to do within our workflow is given my people that are doing this the ability to be able to take on more accounts, which has helped me on the EBITDA side of my business.
Sure.
Anyways, it's helped me on the EBITDA side. So I'm not having to be additive to headcount, but I can still be additive to campaigns that we're onboarding.
That's brilliant in talking about efficiency, because we're all pinched with that same kind of thing, right? The campaign is growing, the customers are growing, the base is growing. My team is not growing. How do I manage that, right?
Right.
How do I justify all these different pieces? That it definitely comes down to the bottom line on that. That's great. Adam, are there any workflow changes that AI and kind of the AI agents have helped you guys to optimize?
Yeah, I think to my mind, kind of the interesting piece is really around the economics of what we can do at different service levels. And when I think about that, we as a business run some campaigns that are very large, like multi-million-dollar campaigns, and then we run some that can be very small. Usually those come through agencies. And so being able to kind of like really look at how do we bring great service and capability all the way from, again, our multi-million-dollar campaigns down into ones that historically may not have had the budget to support the level of insight that we can actually give when we recompose the problem and bring more automation to bear up against it, so that we can really give kind of like any level of service into more tiers of how we think about our business.
Oh, that's great. The other thing is these AI agents that TapClicks has in the platform are not just fixed, right? They're dynamic. So you guys, as active users of it, are able to go in and make adjustments, change the different prompts that are in there. We have the prompts to get you started, but for your specific businesses and for your specific needs, you can type in really whatever you want and really customize those to your own specific needs and uses. As your prompts get better, the output gets better. And we've got a big prompt library to help people get started on that. If you need help with that or have any questions about prompting or what to use prompts, which prompts work best, and how you can continue to optimize your prompts, please feel free to reach out to us. Again, marketing@tapclicks.com. We're super happy to share with you kind of best in breed of the different prompts for those. But anybody who's using it has the ability to customize those prompts based on your specific needs. We get you up and running, but definitely there's a lot of customization there that is possible. One last piece here for everybody who's on this. What do you see next in terms of how you guys are using AI in your business? Where's another area where you're leveraging it to expand or grow or be more efficient or kind of move in that next direction? Or what do you see kind of coming down the pipe a little bit? Adam, you're in the spotlight. Any kind of closing comments on next gen AI stuff you're seeing?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the things that are kind of most fascinating that I've seen is in around being able to generate creative in high quality video in ways that just, where before a lot of things I saw didn't quite, wasn't quite good enough that you would actually use it. But I think that we've really kind of like crossed that barrier on the video front. And I've seen generated video and content that's just like, I mean, it is usable at this point. And so I think that, to me, that's been really interesting. And then, I think like on the campaign management side of things, it really is that how do you sift through thousands and thousands of campaigns and look for those really small anomalies that may have gone missed in years past.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw some more video, AI generated video over the weekend, and it's just amazing. It's almost indistinguishable at this point. And in another day or 2 days or 3 days, another company is going to come out with stuff that's going to blow our minds even further on that. Kevin, any additional trends that you're seeing or things that you guys are thinking about for the future?
Yeah, and not so much on the trend side, but things that we're seeing. Again, I come from a legacy media company, and one of the things that we're utilizing AI for is putting the technology in the hands of our sellers to help them craft design campaigns, for lack of a better term. Certainly, my team has insights into helping them put those together, but we're really leaning into having AI help with that. Kind of iterate those campaigns and give thought about, which products, what channels, and why behind all the different solutions. And I think, again, I'm really leaning in on the kind of the data on how it can help us after the sale. So, once campaign's live, what all we can learn from those, different numbers across the different campaigns to really be able to not just make one campaign better, but make all my campaigns better.
Right. That's great. Tracy, any additional thoughts on the future of AI for your business?
I just find it fascinating every day. I feel like there's something new that we're looking at as far as just different ways that we can use it for our business. Some of the most fascinating things that I found, just because we work on so many different things, whether it's campaign management or website management, et cetera, even just being able to fix code or identify broken code and rewrite the code for a website that is having an issue. Things of that nature have been fascinating to me, that it has the ability to do that. But on the analysis side, I'm really looking forward to working through the prompting to look at how we can do further benchmarking in different niches and different verticals, so we can provide more effective and streamlined information on performance metrics for maybe some verticals that there are not many published metrics for. So I'm really looking forward to how we may be able to incorporate AI to create some benchmarking and dig a little bit deeper there. And I feel like some of the biggest trends are really helping us analyze how campaigns are performing in places that we can optimize, whether it be copy, keywords, and just competition. There's so much out there now that it's really helped us in optimizing our campaigns, and now utilizing the AI agents and TapClicks, being able to pull it all together with reporting has been incredible.
Right. Love the comments and feedback there. For those of you who are on the webinar, if you don't have a TapClicks account, please go ahead and sign up for one. We have a free trial that's on the website you can sign up for and start experiencing these AI bots that we were talking about here, and how they're really transforming how people look at data and how they do their data analysis. If you do have a TapClicks account and you can't see it, please feel free to email us and we'll make sure we get that turned on for you, and make sure that everybody has access to that and you can see that and kind of play around with that. As we're moving on, we've got one more thing. We're going to do a quick sneak peek, but in the chat, if you guys do have a TapClicks account, I would love to get your feedback on which AI agent is your favorite. We have the executive insights, we have the top and bottom performers, we have the budget ones, all different kinds in there. Go ahead and throw that in the chat. Would love to get your feedback on which ones are working best for you. So as we go, thank you guys so much. Tracy from Get Fish Slap, thank you for joining us today. It was lovely getting your feedback and comments. Adam from Choozle, thanks again. Again, on the screen, we have the ways you can contact them. If you guys have additional questions, please feel free to follow up with them directly. And Kevin, thanks again so much for joining us from Cumulus. Really, really love the conversation with you guys there. I am going to throw it back to Angshuman, who's going to give everybody here a quick sneak peek at what is coming from TapClicks as we continue to expand in the AI realm. So please sit tight as Angshuman leads us in one more little piece here, a sneak peek for you guys before we head off. Angshuman, go ahead and take that.
Wonderful panel conversation. I'm going to summarize everything that we discussed with a sneak peek of future releases and what's coming for TapClicks, for TapClicks' AI strategy and AI agents. We are looking at our AI agents with 2 points. First is deeper insights, deeper analysis, more context to actually have that reasoning part of our AI agents. The second part are the AI operator agents. So this is more of help me build a dashboard, help me transform my data, aligning all the names across different accounts, different data sources, blend them together, build me an ROAS metric, or set me a goal based on this, right? Like all of these operations, small or large, some takes a little bit of time, some more, all of that can be done through the AI agents, right? So the end goal is like you come into the platform, you type in, this is what I want to do, this is the goal of my client, or this is my goal, these are the channels that I'm looking at, and then that's it, right? Like you press enter, and all the AI agents underneath is actually going to work with each other, interact with each other to get you to that end goal. That end goal could be an AI insight PDF. It could be a dashboard with the right set of widgets, right? So that's the future with the AI operator agents, which actually does stuff for you and makes your job easier and more efficient, and you don't have to even worry about doing them by yourself. And then we have the deeper analysis piece of it, is like we really are going to look deeply into your data, into your context, and come up with the right suggestions and recommendations and the right insight for you to take the right action. That's it from my end. Thank you everyone for joining.
All right, Angshuman, thanks so much for that, the sneak peek into what's coming. Again, love to get you guys feedback on this. If you have questions, you have comments, suggestions, if you want to see additional AI agents developed by TapClicks rolled out in the platform, definitely looking for thoughts and suggestions on that. Angshuman is chomping at the bit to start building more agents and make this even a more powerful platform for everybody out there. So again, marketing@tapclicks.com, easy way to get a hold of us. You can contact me directly if you like, but marketing is kind of the easiest way to get information to us. But love to get your feedback on how the AI agents are working for you, what you want to see in the future, how we can continue to make this better, smarter, faster for you guys across the board. So with that, any questions? I can go ahead and field any questions here. I don't think anything was in there, but that was our presentation for today. So if there are any questions, go ahead and throw those in there. I'll be here for a couple more minutes. But otherwise, thank you everybody for joining. Again, a recording of this will be put together and emailed out to you. And again, if you have questions, hit us up at marketing@tapclicks.com. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining today. Really appreciate it. It was fun going through these AI pieces with you.